Hi everybody, welcome to this week's weekly roundup. I have a usual list, so let's get to it. First things first, we are on Instagram. So I'm excited to share that this is just another way for you to interact with your city government. And in this one, just a little bit more fun because it's primarily photos and it's a good way to see the community, see the events, and see the beauty and the uniqueness that we have here. So look for us on Instagram and follow us there. Not quite as fun for most, but very fun for me is the budget. So we have begun budget work for 2022 internally now. That work will be internal for probably the next couple of months, and then it'll get to our committees probably sometime in September. But as I did last year, I am going to be doing some polls on Facebook, and we did do some kind of listening sessions about the budget. So if that's of interest to you, just start looking for those on our social media. One of our budget goals for 2021 was to invest in data and to establish metrics. And so we didn't previously have a whole lot of ways to gather data and then make data-informed decisions. So we prioritized that last year, and you're starting to see some of the fruit of that. So we're posting on a monthly basis some of our construction totals and our building permit information. We just this month started posting some monthly fire department and EMS related information. And then we are also taking excerpts out of our annual report, which was something we started in 2019 when I first started. We're taking excerpts of that and posting them throughout the month. So 3 good ways to understand and see the work that we're doing here at the city that sometimes runs under the radar. The Main Street Task Force is meeting next Tuesday. At that meeting, they're going to be deciding the locations and the content and the manner in which that content is delivered to share with the community the draft recommendations of the task force. So if you're interested, we do those meetings in person and virtual over the lunch hour. This would be a good time if you're interested in providing feedback on how we share those recommendations to kind of chime into that meeting, or shoot us an email and we'll make sure your voice is heard there. On a street update, just a couple of updates for you. So Air Park Drive, the eastbound lanes were milled on Wednesday. Because of the rain that we've had, this project keeps getting pushed out. It seems like we get a couple of good days to get one part done, but we can't get enough good days in a row to then get the pavement laid. So we're hopeful that we will be able to lay pavement next week on Air Park Drive. And then that will finish that portion of the road for this year. And then the eastern portion will happen next year. South Water Street, so 3rd Street, Dakota Street, water main work is continuing to happen there. And then on William and Wacoka, we're finishing up some storm sewer work. So you may have seen in the Daily Times at our city council meeting, the city council graciously funded a flooding study. So this flood modeling study will be used to help inform the size of the pipes we use, the different types of stormwater management that we deploy. So this flooding study is just a profound step in the right direction for us to be able to strategically handle the increased amount of flooding that we've been seeing in the community and will continue to see for years to come, most likely. Also on the kind of construction update, we shared a few months ago about the lead service line replacement program. We're finally getting the information from the state to actually mobilize that effort. So for residents in the 2020 or 2021 street reconstruction area, so that was South 9th, South 10th, Dodge, Wisconsin, and then College, South 3rd, and William Street. We sent you a letter asking to give us permission and the contractor permission to come on your property so that we can get that process going. We need you to return that letter as soon as you can. So if you got that from us, please get that signed, returned, and back in the prepaid envelope that we sent you. The next couple of weeks, we'll be starting work for the lead service line in the 3rd Street area. So we're excited to finally get this off the ground. And to have this be, grant funded through the state to get these lead service private sidelines out of our system. One thing that is not always something that catches the weekly roundup, but I did want to share with you is, as in these last few months, myself and our strategic initiatives and development coordinator have been getting out into our business community and into our large employers and checking in with them on what they need from the city. So we're happy to be able to be back in our business community and supporting them in any way that they need on the city side. But 2 topics are really floating to the top, and one is obviously workforce. And we have some short-term goals that we're working on for the whole community for workforce-related issues, and we have some longer, more strategic goals as well. And then the second is childcare. And I'm excited that I'm going to a childcare-related meeting next week. But those are 2 things that we've been hearing a lot from our business community that they're looking for us to help on. And I just wanted to share, in case you're a business owner and you have the same need, reach out, let us know. But then also just to give the community that awareness that we are indeed, out in the business community, hearing what they need from us and then mobilizing effort around what those needs are. On the library front, work continues at the Carnegie. It's crazy to see the changes to the Carnegie Library. So check out their Facebook page. They do a really great job of posting updates and pictures there. And then they also had a couple of new programs or boxes. They call them subscription boxes. So the teen subscription box is back. You can pick up those right at the checkout desk at the library. You have to be between the ages of 11 and 18. And this one in particular is around an American Unity theme. So I think those are pretty cool. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a little disappointed that I can't participate in this one because this is really neat. So the library is doing a Teen Chop Challenge. Back when I used to actually have time to watch TV, I loved watching Chop on the Food Network. So I think this is really cool. So if you are an aspiring chef between the ages of 12 and 18, contact the library. They're doing their first ever at-home cooking competition. If you have allergy needs, they can certainly work around those as well. So if that's something that's of interest to you, contact the library. July 28th is a date I want you to save. So in conjunction with the YMCA, Watertown Regional Medical Center, Bank First, and the city, we are bringing the community the movie Night Under the Stars. This is being held on the lawn of the hospital. On the front lawn, there will be food trucks and police and fire and just different activities that families can participate in. So please hold the date, July 28th. Follow the event on Facebook so that you can get updates. And they're doing some kind of teasers about what movie will be played. So it's just neat to follow that event as well. Speaking of the hospital will be at our city council meeting next Tuesday. They're coming to a meeting right before that we call the committee of the whole. So that means all of the council members will attend at 6 p.m. to hear an update from the hospital, and they'll be providing an update on their 5-star CMS rating and then some of the expanded services that they're now offering to the community. So I really think this will be a good opportunity. Either catch it on YouTube, watch it live, or attend the meeting next Tuesday. On the recreation front, our summer family fun activity sheets are due back August 20th, which means you still have plenty of time to pick one up. Again, this is just kind of a way to move about the community and do fun outdoor activities with your family or your friends. Fall soccer registration is now open. That's for grades kindergarten through 8. We also are looking for volunteer coaches, so go to Rec Desk for information on that. And then I love this one. We started this in the last couple of years. It's summer kickball. So every Tuesday night in August from 5:30 to 6:30 for ages 7 to 12, we're going to be doing kickball out at Brankwork. Or when I was a kid, we called it kicker. But nonetheless, it should be just a fun event one time a week for kids to get out and be active. And then last on this one, the interurban trailhead work has continued. So the building contractor has placed the trusses and the plywood roofing, and then the biofiltration facility and some of the site work for the grading for topsoiling has started. So all this means is progress is continuing on the interurban trailhead, and we should have that wrapped up this summer. So this week has been I call it Maxwell Street Days just from being here as a kid, but we're calling them sidewalk sales. And that means a lot of merchants in our downtown business community have really great deals on the products in their stores. So I'd encourage you to get down there today or tomorrow yet. Monday is music at the museum. So this is again on the Octagon House grounds from 6:30 to 8. And then Thursday is the Downtown Craft Beer Walk, which is one of my favorite events that the Main Street program holds. Unfortunately, I'm going to be at a board meeting, so I can't attend. But if you're interested in attending, just search Watertown Craft Beer Walk on Facebook, and you can find information on how to get tickets. So that's all that I have for this week. Have a good weekend, everybody. We'll see you back next week.